Hey everyone!
Welcome to my Patreon page.
My name's Danny Fong and I make music. You probably found this video because you stumbled across one of my YouTube or Facebook videos, and I just want to say thanks a lot for your time. I'm shooting this video in my bedroom because this is where I make most of my music and edit most of my videos. Anyone who knows me in everyday life knows that I'm someone who likes to say things like they are and prefer to be honest and genuine, and I want to do that with this video so that you can understand a bit more about who I am.
Who am I?
I'm a guy who's really passionate about many kinds of music, specifically vocal music. I do it for my career, for fun, sometimes by accident, but it's literally always on my mind. I studied music here in Toronto where I received a bachelor's degree in voice. Yay! Aside from music performance, I also learned a lot about production, arranging, and orchestration as well. Since graduating, I've been refining my skills to be able to create the kind of music that I like, which is my own brand of a cappella, jazzy arrangements, usually recorded either multi-tracked or with other musicians in the same room as me, who generously donate their time to me because I can't really afford to pay them given the budget that I usually work with. Luckily, they like singing with me and singing the arrangements that I write.
Here's my life story.
Music has been a huge part of my life since I started playing piano at the age of 6, and I also came from a very musical family as well. Though I played a lot of music in the instructional sense, my parents never played a lot of records growing up in the house, so I grew up thinking that instructional music was the only kind of music, and I never had any influences to the kind of music I wanted to make. So when I moved from Saskatoon to Toronto to study voice, I formed another barbershop quartet called Rendezvous, and it was with this group that we learned how to blend and how to sing in tune, and how we realized how exciting it was to sing vocal harmony with people who are really good at singing vocal harmony. And it's such an amazing feeling to sing harmony with people who are really good at it, and only people who have done it themselves really know the feeling. But I liked it so much that I'm trying to make my career out of it, and I want to continue doing it every day of my life. A lot of the time I spent at Humber, I felt like a black sheep because I really wanted to sing vocal harmony, but I didn't have people to sing with immediately. And I was going through a program where they were training you to become maybe a solo jazz vocalist and teaching you how to run a rhythm section, and these are all amazing things, and I'm so glad that I have all this experience from it. But I also wanted to sing vocal music, so when I had to get up and sing a song in front of my class and everyone was judging me, I just thought, this isn't what I'm good at. I want to do what I'm good at. And eventually when the quartet was formed, I finally felt like I was really in my own space of what I should be doing. So now, in 2016, this is what I'm doing with my life. Mom and Dad, this is the part of the video that you want to show to your friends. Being a musician isn't easy. When you graduate from school, no one says, here's a job that, now that you have your music degree, you can have. There's no job that a music degree immediately gets you. Because of that, myself and many other musicians have to do a lot of things to make money. I work at 2 churches, at a United Church where I'm a section leader and soloist, and at a Catholic church where I'm just a soloist and a ringer, and I show up and I just sing with a quartet of beautiful sounding singers, and it's all classical music in Latin mostly, and it's a lot of fun for me. On Mondays, I bike around the city and I teach voice and piano lessons in a bunch of different students' houses. Every few months, I get to travel around the world and sing with my group Accent, who's also on YouTube. And lastly, I make music for YouTube, which is what this Patreon video is about. I want to create interesting music. I want it to be lyrically, rhythmically, harmonically interesting, and I want it to be whatever comes out of my head on any given day, and I want to be able to share it with people who are interested in following the kind of things that I do. I find that the more music I listen to and the more time I spend with Accent, my arrangements, my ideas, they all get better. It's a growing journey for myself, but also for those who are following me and supporting me throughout the work that I'm doing. Many of my friends that I've graduated with are musicians still, but also work in other fields to supplement their income. So some people work at a bar or servers or other things like that. And I could do that, but I would much rather be making music all the time because that's my favorite thing in the world to do. So I'm trying to make music making my job. And with that comes many hours of sitting at a computer, writing arrangements on Sibelius, or mixing audio and recording in Logic, or editing video in Final Cut, which is all just so many hours that I wish I could just be singing, but it's part of the life of being a YouTube musician, I guess. I also spend many hours on social media, uploading videos and filling in messaging boxes, and trying to reply to comments of people like you because it means a lot to me to connect with the people who really appreciate my music. To me, living a fulfilling life is spending every day enjoying what I'm doing, and that's making music and being creative with other people as well. I want to be able to collaborate more with other musicians because not only is it something interesting for you to hear another person's voice or instrument, but it's also an opportunity for me to work with other people who inspire me as well. Anyone who follows me on Instagram knows that when I'm not making music, I'm probably rock climbing or going to a live music or trying to expand my record collection because I have a personal journey to try to hear all of the music in existence because I didn't get any when I was growing up. So as I listen to more and more records, I learn more things and I start to become a better musician myself. So if you ever have any recommendations of albums I should listen to, I'm always open to hear them.
Why would you wanna help me?
Last year I was talking with my friend Derek about living a fulfilling life, and he's an engineer in Saskatchewan and he loves what he's doing, and I'm here in Toronto and I love what I'm doing. And even though we're in different places, we still have a lot to connect on. And we've talked a lot about how Derek and his job makes him thousands and thousands of dollars each year, and myself doing my job makes me significantly less thousands of dollars each year. And we both are working very hard and we're both doing exactly what we like to do, and we're both think we're in the right places in our lives. And while I could have followed the same path as him with financial security and always knowing where my next paycheck is going to be, I know it's not the right choice for me. And it's just funny how you have to follow your own path in life, and it just sucks that the one that I chose is much less financially stable than his. But something interesting that he said was, as a musician, it seems like a lot of your work, rather than doing your job to get paid, is about finding ways to ask other people for their money, which is a difficult thing to do because not many people want to give away their hard-earned money to someone else. But for a musician, it's often exchanging your musical services, like I do at my church, for their money, or passing around a tip jar at a gig, or making people pay cover to come in to hear you play. It's always finding polite ways to ask people for their money. And while that is exactly what I'm doing with this page, is asking you for money, I just want you to understand where I'm coming from. I'd rather not try to dance around the point and just be upfront to you about what it's like to be a musician and why people like me make videos like this. To me, this Patreon page acts the same way as a tip jar would at a gig, that if you like the music that I'm making, I would encourage you to please donate a couple dollars to each song that I release, because while you might be thinking, oh, well, $1, like, it's not even worth my time to sign up my credit card, to me, that's how this works. A whole bunch of people donating $1 or $5 all adds up into being a sum of money that I can actually live on. And the people who are donating already means so much to me. I have many people who are donating between $1 and $15, and I also have a couple people who are donating $100, and you all know who you are, and I am so appreciative to what you're doing, because working for pennies and begging for money sucks, and you are people who know that, so thank you. I'm a very social person and I like making friends everywhere I go, and being online is no exception to that. And it's not to say that you donating money to my Patreon campaign would be a way to buy my friendship, because I don't want to do that. But I do realize that anyone who does decide to donate, I automatically have so much respect for you, for what you're doing and how you support musicians and how you understand what it's like, that you are my friend, and I am super excited to be able to respond to your comments or talk to you or have conversations, because you're great people. And it's your support that allows me to be inspired to create new music and not have to go work another job where I feel really crappy all day and then I come home late at night and think, well, I'm too lazy to write music because I've been at work all day. Over the past few years, my Patreon campaign has grown from $50 to several $100s, and it's an amazing journey because I'm not out to become YouTube famous. I'm not trying to make videos that go viral. I'm trying to make music that's original to me and unique, and share it with people who want to be part of my cool person club.
Real talk.
So now is the part of the video where I'm going to talk to you as if you're in the room with me, because I feel like everything before this and maybe after this section feels a bit too scripted. Yes, it is, but I also want to say all these things to make sure my video is effective, hopefully. But this is the part where I'm going to just talk to you real talk. So why would you want to support something like what I'm doing? Well, there's a few reasons, I guess, that aren't just like the rewards that you get, which I'll talk about later. But there's the reward in knowing that you're helping someone else achieve something that they wouldn't be able to achieve otherwise. So to me, you're helping me live the life of my dreams. I get to create music from home and work with other musicians and get paid to do that. And I also get to provide something that no one else in the world is going to, because the arrangements come out of my head and no one writes things like me. So there's the gratification in knowing that you're helping me succeed, but also that you're supporting another project. And that in itself is a great story to tell to other people. I don't know if other people care about conversation pieces at all, but I talk to a lot of people in my day-to-day life, and I like having things to talk about that I've supported. And I support things on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. Here's a few things that I just randomly have. This is Ravian is the jacket that has a heating system throughout, so it has coils in it, and it heats up and has a battery pack. And I use it in the winter because I bike throughout the winter to save money, and it's a really cool jacket to have. I have these shorts that are so incredibly unresistant. They have like elastics inside that are really tight against your body to make you burn more calories or something and make your workouts extra intense. I don't know. It's something cool that I like to do. I also have this jacket that I actually haven't even worn once yet, but it's called Bowbacks. And it has basically just a pocket everywhere for everything from like every size tablet to a cold drink holder. And it has a pillow in the hood and an eye mask as well. It's just crazy. But I also have some headphones that have buttons inside that open and close the channels so you don't have to take them out when you're not at, or when you want to talk to other people at like a concert or something. As I think about my Patreon campaign getting bigger and hopefully someday reaching higher amounts of money, that I can afford to hire someone to edit my videos for me because it's a pain in the butt, and to pay the singers who I sing with for rehearsal time and for the actual performance or the actual recording, because they're really good singers and they're just donating their time to me, and they deserve to be paid, and I just don't have money to give to them yet. I also dream about making enough money from doing the things that I love that I'm not afraid to go to the dentist or optometrist, because if something is wrong, then I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. And I just think about having a future at the same time where I can use money that I make to travel the world and meet with other musicians who I've met online or want to just learn more about other cultures and their musics as well. So that's what I got.
How does Patreon work?
If you're not a patron already and you've been following this video all the way to now, I'm very thankful that you're still watching it, because it's a long video and I realize that many people would just be like, this isn't worth my time. But Patreon is a platform that allows you to pledge money using your credit card to my Patreon account. And every time I release a video, it will charge your credit card that $1 or $5 at the end of the month. And you can also set a monthly maximum. So if you want to donate $5 per music video, and you don't want to exceed $10 per month, you put that in, and I release 2 videos, it charges you $10. If I release a 3rd video, it doesn't charge you at all, because you've set your monthly maximum. I pretty much never exceed doing 2 videos per month, because it's a ton of work to get these done, and I usually can't organize a 3rd one in a month. You can also back out at any time and cancel your pledge if you don't like what I'm doing. One of the reasons your pledges are so important to me is because it gives me a big number on my page of how much money I'm going to be able to make with each project. Before Patreon existed, I put hours and hours into projects and got nothing back from it other than building a bit more of a fan base and the satisfaction of knowing I've put another video on the internet for people to enjoy and learn about me. It also means my music is for you, and I don't have to spend time putting music on iTunes and trying to sell it to people, because very few people actually want to go through the trouble of buying a song off iTunes and supporting me there. Each different amount that you support me with gives access to different rewards on the sidebar here, and I'm in the process of trying to revamp them as well. But if you're someone who wants to pledge money and you think that there's something else I could offer you or something you'd like to know more about me, please tell me, because it's hard to make up pledges that other people would want. But if there's something that you think would be interesting to you, I want to hear it, because I'm very accommodating. I want you to be my patron, and I want to be a great creator for you. So I will just leave you with this.
Thank you for watching this video, and thanks for your support.